Nation, we are back. Let's get it.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. We are back. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it.
Yes, sir. What's good, my brother? What was that? Salute, man, to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, make sure you guys wipe them feet. Make sure you pay your bar tabs over at Wasted channel, and also hit that subscribe button. And also salute to everybody, man, that got me to 29,000 subscribers.
Sir.
I appreciate you guys so much. We are less than 1,000 away from 30K, which is a major, major milestone for myself. So I appreciate you guys so much for consistently coming through and bless and shield more the way you guys do. Real talk, man. I know Wasted has a new goal here very soon. We're trying to hit that 20K mark. Make sure you guys continue to run those numbers up. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. And real quick, man, Wasted, if you don't mind, man, I want to do a quick moment of silence real fast. I just found out right before we went live, you guys, that my wife's grandmother passed. My mother-in-law hit her up and told her, man, this is somebody that was really, really big in my wife's, life and childhood, and helped raise my sons, and someone that was a critical piece to why I even do this. And I don't even want to go into the whole storyline behind it, but that family is what got me into this space. So rest in paradise to Grammy, Maxine Walker. We love you. Thank you so much for everything that you did for my wife, my kids, myself. Like, honestly, we're forever indebted for everything that you have done. So real quick, man, moment of silence. Rest in peace to Grammy, aka Maxine Walker, man. What's up, brother? How we doing, man?
I was doing great until we heard this news, man.
I know
it's out of yourselves, right, bro?
It's never ending, brother. But we here, we got to fight through it like we always do, and we got a lot to talk about right here about Raider Nation right now, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, bro, there's a lot going on, right? And it's stuff that has nothing to do with football. And when you come here, when we talk about sports, we talk about the game. We don't talk about this Britney Spears shit, And now, everybody is kind of talking about Gino's apology, right?
Yeah.
And to me, I think our fan base, if I'm being real, I think our fan base a lot of times, man, goes overboard with shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Geno Smith thing. Look, we see him come out. We see him not slapping the fans' hands. Graf said something really, really poignant today. He said, man, those guys pay a lot of money to sit there.
Yeah.
At least you could do is acknowledge the fans there, right?
And we're talking about Gorilla Rilla and them at the beginning of the game. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the video. DJ Glaze, Brock, and Tyler Lockett, dapping up everybody in the crowd, and Gino just acting like no one even exists other than himself.
Yeah, but the thing is, this thing with the apology, right? I could be for certain, me knowing Hug, that he accepted it because, at the end of the day, we men, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if people are cursing at you and giving you the finger, you're gonna tell them the fuck you too, because that's how I am. Half of the time when people cuss me out on this very show, how many people have been blocked? How many people have I told to kiss my ass, my entire ass, fuck you, and everyone that look like you?
But wait, so you know what? And I got to say this, and this may sound really bad, and I think you're going to agree with me on this. Right now, we needed a distraction from what's going on in terms of the football that's being put out there, right? Like, I think we're having more fun with this than anything. I'm not taking this thing as personal. Yeah. I know Hug's not taking it personal at all.
And that's the thing. And then you have provocateurs, and you have people that are getting on their soapbox and acting like this is some act of war. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's my family, and you don't even fucking know the guy. Shut
Oh my God, bro.
fuck up, bro.
People are
Like
sending me
nobody
that.
cares about this shit. It's a grown man that issued an apology, whether he meant it or not. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, how many of you can have somebody cuss at you and give you the finger and tell you all, say all these obscene things, and you're not gonna react to it?
It was clearly the organization, more particular to Pete, telling him to go out there and just apologize and move on and move forward, right? I don't think that Gino kind of understands what he has done moving forward. Like, I think we can all be in agreement here, you guys, right? That relationship is fractured beyond measures. It's not repairable at this point. And I think Gino understands that. I think that he's just kind of trying to save face a little bit for Pete, in a sense. But again, I heard the apology and I just thought, oh, whatever. It sounds like some.
Man, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
We
Like,
had
what
fun
is
with it.
this
We had
supposed to
fun with it, man. It
do?
started with him.
It's
It
fun,
started with him
but
blocking me, and then all kind of other shit happened. It's fun.
But people are taking this shit beyond, and it's like we look for a red herring every fucking year. This team is bad, and we put all of the blame of how bad the team is playing on one person. It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit, bro. Like, yo, it's not just Gino. It's not just Chip Kelly. It's not just Pete. It's not just Spytek. It's not just Mark. It is fucking all of them and the players as well. This is a bad marriage, yo. It's a bad mixture. This is a mixture of people who did not fit. And when things don't fit, and when you don't have organizational control and synchronicity, this is what happens. Because there's too many moving parts in sports to win like that. You have to have the owner that owns it says, listen, I trust you. I'm paying you, Mr. GM, to get this right, and Mr. Team President to get my finances right. Yeah. And then the GM says, Mr. Coach, I trust you to go out there and field a team and get a great staff. I'm going to let you pick your staff. Not this shit where, coach gets hired and then Patrick Graham is here, Rob Leonard is here, and this person's here, that person is here. And then you got to, and then they pick Chip Kelly for you. And then you wonder why it doesn't work. This is the problem. Like, it's not just Geno Smith's fault because they can't block for him worth of shit. And he's seeing shadows. He's getting hit. He's frustrated. I'm sure he wants to play better, right? Nobody goes out there with the mindset that they want to just
shit the bed.
Hit the bed. They're trying, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right, you also have to have thicker skin, Gino, because you are playing bad. But if you have a moment of humanity and you give one of us the finger, I respect it.
Yeah.
The only thing is this. Be a man and deal with what comes with that. And that's all. But all of these people, I'd be like, oh, I got a finger. Like, who gives a fuck, man?
I got to keep it real with you, Wasted. If you pay me $40 million per, I wouldn't even pay attention to anybody. I honestly, like, you paying me so much money, and I guess it's easy to say because I'm not in that predicament. I'm not in that situation. But honestly, bro, I'm not looking at the fan. Hey, talk all your shit you want. Because at the end of the day, you're getting paid a lot of money to be the guy. Okay. And if you're not going to be the guy, let's just say that your offensive line is struggling and they're putting you in a bind. Look, as the leader, I understand you're not supposed to throw guys under the bus, but you're supposed to be out there saying, hey, look, I don't know what you guys want me to do when I have no time to throw the football. Again, this is the problem when you have a head coach in Pete Carroll, whose son is the offensive line coach, right? So in a perfect world, that's not that. And then Gino can say, hey, man, look, what do y'all want me to do? No one's blocking. I'm killed. And then when I do have a shot, I'm shell shocked because I've been sacked. What do you get sacked 10, 11 times?
You got sacked 11 times. How many of you would get hit by Myles Garrett and Mason Graham and be happy and rosy about it? Now, I am no Geno Smith apologist. I'm a realist, though. And I think what's starting to happen is we are always looking for someone to blame when guess what? The blame goes all over the place. This was a bad marriage to begin with. So if you want to blame anybody, blame the tastemakers and decision makers who put this shit together.
I agree. And we'll talk about that here in a second because there's a lot of reports and rumors and rumblings about one particular name that would definitely, I think, if the straw hasn't broke the camel's back per se just yet, this one definitely would take the cake. Real quick, salute to my guy 777. Graf, where'd you get the bucket hat? Allegiant Stadium at Raider Image, my brother. Salute to you, appreciate you. Let's get these supers in real quick. We have a lot to talk about, you guys. I mean, salute real quick also for all the kind words.
Walker.
I appreciate you guys so much for the kind words. I see you guys. I appreciate you so much. Dave, my dude, man, OG in the building. Shout out to my guys, Wasted and Graf. Happy Thanksgiving to the nation. You too, my brother, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We wanted to make sure you guys, we can do one more show before the holidays, kick it with our people real quick. We know everybody's going to be busy and full as hell the next couple of days. So we definitely wanted to come, kick it and chop it up with our guys for a little bit, man. Salute to Heat Check. What's the new rumors, Graf? Random question. Y'all buy any gear from the Nation brand? I have not, but I've always heard good things about the Nation brand. Salute to him. Good dude. I believe he actually hit me up in the past to send me some stuff. But really good dude. I see a lot of the guys rocking his stuff, even the guys that are on the team. So he has some dope stuff. If I were to tell anyone to go out there and buy any like fan Raider related stuff, the Nation is definitely one of them ones for sure. We're going to get there. Heat Check. 1 second. 42069. Think this season makes us actually rebuild? I don't know. It just all depended on, you're not going to do it with Pete Carroll. It's just not going to happen because of the timelines, right? And then the next thing is this. If you bring in, let's just say a Bill Belichick that we're going to talk about here in a minute, that's not going to happen. Okay. It's just not, right? Because he's up there in age. He's won a ton of championships. He's coming off of a bad situation in North Carolina where I think he'd want to clean up his name a little bit immediately. That's not going to happen if that happens. I think if you just choose to go young at the head coach position, Chris Shula, 39 years old, defensive coordinator with the Rams, that gives you some time to grow and develop some of these guys. But again, they have to look at the timeline with Max Crosby as well. What does that mean behind the scenes? Because I guarantee you, Wasted, there's going to be some conversations in the offseason for sure about, hey, Max, this is where we are going. Do you want to be around for this? Do you see yourself sitting back and being a part of this? Or we can send you somewhere right now where you could potentially win now. There's going to be some conversations here.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. It should be. It's only fair to him.
Yes.
It's only fair to him, bro. He's done enough for Raider Nation, bro. And I never wanted to see, man, I never wanted to see Max go into a situation where, you know, he didn't get a chance to win here. Yeah. And then it's like, you know, the same thing that happened with Charles Woodson. I never wanted to see that. Yes. But yo, the realization is this: we're not winning within the next year or two. We're just not.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know, is he willing to sign up? Is he willing to stay the course? Do the Raiders want to stay the course? Yeah. What could they get out of it? Yeah. But either which way, though, Graf, man, I just feel like when people say finally rebuild, dog, the whole organization is in rubbles right now.
The whole
rebuild what?
Fan base, top to bottom, just everything is in shambles.
What are we talking about, bro? Like, dog, this is like the Carter, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
$1 million a week business. Reduce the fucking rubbles.
This is facts. Hey, yo, and real quick, North LV, that's crazy, right? I seen that, and I don't do the whole PFF thing, but bro, Putnam broke the PFF. You can't even rank that low. But what do you expect out of a UDFA who's been on the practice squad, and then you bring him up in the active roster this year, right? He makes the active 53, I think, from Jump Street, actually, but a guy that hasn't played a ton. What do you expect? You're throwing a guy out there to the Wolves, a guy that hasn't played a ton. I don't know what else you expect from this guy, honestly, like, and especially with the system in play under Carroll. Well, and we're going to talk about what one of the GOATs had to say about Brennan Carroll and the way he's running that O-line. It was one of our own, Richie Incognito, blasted him on Twitter, and rightfully so. Because again, I think you can fix half the problem just moving on from his son. Honestly, all it takes is just, hey, son, it ain't working, move on. But then you see some guys, and look, man, I seen Hondo. Somebody put a video on, it was Hondo, and somebody tagged me in it on Twitter, and Hondo was talking about all these guys that he talked about or talked to around the league, what they felt about Brennan Carroll. He's a great coach and so on and so forth. That sounds like it came from Pete. I don't want to hear that shit. Yes, I don't want to hear it.
Stop trying to double down.
But it doesn't make any sense because everybody can see how bad this dude is. He's not a good coach by any means. Like bro, Geno, 13 picks, leads the league. He has to lead the league at this point with how many sacks he's took and pause if necessary. Like the dude has been murdered.
Yo, the man has taken sacks in football and proverbially. He's had other defenders actual sacks on him.
Word to Trayvon Merrick.
It's crazy, bro. All sacked up.
All sacked up. All sacked up. Salute to Alex, man. Do you guys think Pete has lost the locker room? I think this. I think that he's lost. Well, let me say this. I think it's and tell me what you think about this, Wasted, okay? I think this is kind of like a 60, maybe 20 kind of situation where you're not losing the rookies per se, right? Because this is all they know. The young guys, this is all they know. I don't think you're losing them just yet. They're like, okay, we don't even know how this NFL thing goes yet. And then you have those guys like Max that have been in the league for a while, right? And he's like, yo, this is what we're doing. You got the Colton Millers of the world. This is what we're doing. And then you have Pete's guys, the Jamal Adams, the spy test guys, the Devin Whites that are like, look, we wouldn't even be in the league right now if it wasn't for these guys. And they're the leaders in this locker room. So how do you lose the locker room when you have guys in there that literally their careers were dependent on Pete picking them up off the streets?
I don't think that Pete lost the locker room. I think he just lost the benefit of the doubt. And I think that when you got guys that are vets, right? Mm-hmm. There were certain things that Pete came and said earlier in the season that even we were like, well, Pete must know better than us. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. Yo, if he's telling me Jordan Meredith is a center, then maybe he sees something I don't. He knows a lot more about ball than I do, right? The thing is that
no, we don't.
The absurdities that we thought initially in preseason, before preseason, all the things that we thought, that don't sound right. That don't pass the smell test. Yes. I'm sure players in the locker room who were actually involved and actually getting hit feel the same way. Mm-hmm. And I think they like Pete. I think they know Pete is capable. But I think that the players in the locker room don't take everything he says as gospel. And that's a bad thing. Because the hardest thing to do is when you're a leader, right? Being a leader of men is to get everyone to move in the same direction. And when you can do that, that's how you win.
And also, you can't sell people on what you used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like me sitting here and telling my son, oh, your dad used to be a music, whoop, 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 and playing them videos. And he's like, man, that shit ain't been hot since 2012. You know what I mean? Like what are we doing here? Like it's you can't. We're in the business of what have you done for me lately? Okay, we know right now. NFL.com put it out there. Wasted. We're the number one in the power rankings. We're 32nd in football right now. We are the worst team in football. And I don't need NFL.com to tell us that. I think we can see that crystal clear. That not only the talent that's on the field, but like even the Jets, right? They moved on from Quinnen Williams. They moved on from Sauce Gardner. Those guys are still out there fighting for that first-year head coach. They're fighting for him. Like, they're in games. You know what I'm saying? This team is just not in anything. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like, this team
after the first quarter is pretty much academic, and it's been academic since, right?
Yeah.
And so the problem that I see, and this is why I don't know about him losing the locker room, but I know he's lost the benefit of the doubt. Because if we, from 1,000 miles away, can see the hypocrisy in how Pete is running that room, they are the ones actually going through practice with him. They're the ones sitting in meetings. These are guys that have been told to switch their positions and switch their technique and do things a certain way and to follow suit and buy into the program. We just get G, and then you don't call out Geno Smith ever.
Yeah.
You don't sit him down, right? You don't sit his bum ass son.
Let me ask you this real quick, Wait. So before you go, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Do you think that that Pete sees all of the backlash that he's getting, not only in the national media, but our fan base, the guys that cover the Raiders? Do you think that he is trying to not go about it that way because he can clearly see that Geno is rattled right now? I mean, he's blocking people online, bro. He's blocking Raider podcasters. It's just like, come on, bro. I've never had a conversation with you. I never tagged you in anything. It's clear that Geno is watching what's going on around here. Do you think that he's not doing it because outwardly he sees that Geno was kind of ready to implode here?
I think he knows just how soft-hearted and soft-minded Geno has always been. Mm-hmm. And I think that him having that relationship with Geno, he knows that it doesn't pay to criticize Geno. There's some quarterbacks where you can read their mail and they're gonna rise to the occasion. You're gonna piss them off a little bit, guys like Brady and stuff. And you got other ones that are soft like the Doctor's cotton.
Yeah.
With Geno, I think mentally he's not the strongest fellow.
He's not
the first person to be booed, and he ain't the last, right? And then the Raiders organization is crazy to me that they even write tickets for shit like this, because it makes us. We used to be the toughest organization of football
ever.
Now we look like a bunch of bitches now.
But I know I love that you said that, because Hug, this the thing, right? How many times have you been to a sporting event where you flipped off somebody or said, "Hey, you fucking suck," and they don't pay you any mind, right? This kind of lets you know where we are with Geno. Like, he's looking for it. He's hearing everything. He's hearing all the outside noise. Hug, you were having fun as a spectator and a fan that paid a lot of money to sit in those seats that you were sitting in. It doesn't matter about, okay, some people, that was uncalled for it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's just say that Hug was wrong, which cool, okay, whatever, right? But Geno is getting paid a ton of money to just, I don't hear that. Let me get back to the locker room. Let me try and get my team ready to go. It's crystal clear that when he heard that or seen that, he was looking for something for him to sneak in. It's just like, this dude is broken. Wasted, he's broken.
But bro, this is the
hug on the 50. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, bro.
This is the funny thing, though. We made light of preseason when he came out in Seattle. And they call him Jamarcus Russell.
You had fun with it, right?
We had fun with it, right? Because
it was all good then.
But me and Graf will tell you, that goes to show you he's soft. Mm-hmm. If you respond to a fan in a preseason game, you've lost. You've lost. I've had people say worse things about me and to me, doing this a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
And I have not responded.
Yeah.
Because guess what, man?
It's not worth it.
That's small shit to a giant.
Yeah, but you know what, though? That tells you how much this fan base loves this football team, because once again, we backed him with that until we seen that he wasn't a player that's a lot of us thought that we signed up for. This is a production-based league. Geno has not been able to get it all together. Once again, is there other avenues and other things and other stuff and why he's not? Maybe. Again, Geno wasn't all that great to begin with. So I think a lot of people are looking at those two Pro Bowls and thinking, oh man, we got a Pro Bowl guy. It's not really saying a lot. Tyler Huntley is a Pro Bowler. I mean, Kyler has a couple of them. I think DC has 4 of them. And I'm not here to shit on DC. I'm just saying, but he has, I think, 4 of them.
The Pro Bowl don't mean nothing anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Because people, when they make the playoffs now, they refuse to go, and they sit out, they get surgeries and things like that. So it don't mean shit anymore, right? Yeah. And also, I want to say this, right? This is a making of the machine around the Raiders. Mm-hmm. This is a making of the machine around the Raiders, because it's 2 things, right? Right. You have a media that is not allowed to really hold these guys accountable, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have a situation where, the fan base is like this towards Geno because of his cognitive dissonance of how fucking bad he's played and him not taking real accountability, him being dismissive. That was us as a fan base building all year. Man, you come out, you throw a rookie under the bus. You threw Dante Thornton under the bus.
Michael Mayer.
You threw Mayer under the bus.
Raheem Mostert on the sideline.
Under the bus. The last game, we see you fucking miss 2 touchdown throws, right? And then you come and you get all demonstrative with Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
So we see that as a fan base, and that's the reason why we're calling any little thing he does. If he would have took accountability, right, and he was like a guy, listen, we trying to get it done, man. I can't figure this shit out, but we gonna get it right. And he really was sincere,
bro. We would still be like, hey, Team Geno.
Team Geno. But because that's how we are. We've backed a lot lesser players than that fucking guy.
I don't think that people realize, you guys, we see how bad all the other moving pieces are around Geno. This is not just all on Geno. I want people to think
that's what I wanted to get.
I want people to know this, because again, we're not stupid, you guys. We understand that it'd be difficult for most quarterbacks to work under the pressure.
Impossible.
Impossible, right?
Impossible.
But he's just handling it.
Throw the ball if you get hit every time you get.
But he's handling it completely the wrong way. And not only that, those first 3 or 4 weeks when he threw a ton of picks, it was like the O-line wasn't as bad as they are now. It wasn't like there was something going on with Geno out after New England. Like that Charger game completely destroyed any momentum and confidence that he had wasted. Threw a pick first play of the game, right?
Bro, you know what destroyed Geno? Not having Brock Bowers being healthy. That's what destroyed him. That's what destroyed him, bro. Because at the end of the day, people forget something. Geno Smith has been pedestrian his whole career. Then he gets 3 really good receivers, and voila, magic. He plays a little better.
Behind a bad O-line, I think that's another reason why we're like, Geno, you can't play behind this terrible O-line.
Yeah, because when you got a player like DK Metcalf that you can throw a blind to and he just go and gets it, that makes you look a lot better than you actually are. We don't have them kind of players here.
Agreed.
So I think that's part and parcel to the reason why Geno has been bad. But at the end of the day, man, I want you guys to understand something. And that was my beginning rant to this show. This is an amalgamation of bullshit. This is not just Geno Smith's fault.
No.
We really don't give a shit whether he apologized or whether he didn't. I don't care whether it's sincere or not. It's not a big fucking deal. And most of you people who talk about, oh, it's disrespectful. So you can call him the biggest piece of shit in the world and give him the finger and he can't give it back to you. Yeah. That's not how we are. We a bunch of men here. Hug D's laughed at it.
He laughed.
You got people all up and down this YouTube ethos trying to act like it's the end of the world because they want to hitch themselves to a comment and ride it into a viral moment.
But you know what's funny? Wasted
out of here.
You are on point, my brother. But this is the funny thing. All Hug thought he was gonna do is, man, you suck, Geno, and go right back to his seat, and then shit just blew up. He didn't go out there, and I know some guys out there that literally go to games. I swear to God, Wes, I'm not lying. I've been there a million times. There are guys that have their phone running the entire game. They're not even enjoying the game. They're trying to find shit to build off of content and stuff like that. They're not even there to enjoy the game. I go to games. I'm there to watch every single snap. I'm not pulling my phone out. When we get into the red zone, goal line situation, I definitely want to catch Genty's first touchdown, right? Or certain things like that. But again, there's guys out there that are surfing and searching for content, and that's what they're there for. The Hug was not that. And mind you, people don't know Hug the way we know Hug. We know that Hug went out there to enjoy his football team. He was upset at his quarterback because he looked like dog shit. He let it be known, and wow, out of nowhere, Geno responds, and here we are. Now, mind you, I know Hug is having some fun with all this light because it's hilarious. But also, I know that Hug has never been in a situation where he's had to deal with certain people saying, oh, you punk, and you should have never did this, and you should have never. Man, he is a paying fan that went to watch this football team. He got upset like every other guy that has watched at the Los Angeles Coliseum, Oakland Coliseum, road games, Vegas. It doesn't matter. We have all done this before. Simple and plain.
Bro, listen, man, I'm a Yankee fan, a Knick fan, fucking Raider fan. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I've sat in the Bronx before the Core 4 got there.
Yeah.
I've sat there and watched Danny Tartable and all these bums and Jesse Barfield and fucking Roberto Kelly when the Yankees getting slapped around by everybody in the league and people calling them anything but the son of God.
Yes.
That is what sports is about.
Yes.
That's the ugly part of sports. I come from a place where they hit fucking Santa Claus with snowballs. That's what happens in sports, bro. That's what happens. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. All of this selective outrage, it's tiring and it makes our fan base look fucking goofballish.
Yeah.
It makes us look stupid because we all know what the problem is. Have that same energy for Brennan Carroll. Have that same energy for Pete. Have that same energy for everybody in this organization. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
I have to say this, though, and then we'll move on. Hondo, stop that. You know, you're a friend of the show. I know, there's weird energy around this whole Raider stratosphere in terms of content. But again, let's not feed into Brennan Carroll being a good coach. He is not. It's crystal clear. This offensive line is not developed at all behind Brennan Carroll. It's only gotten worse. It's nasty. I don't want to hear that, okay? And mind you, these are Raider pundits, right? JT goes out there. That Geno, the apology was real. It came from the heart. You can't say that. You're not Geno Smith, okay? Like I just hate sometimes. And once again, look, I got love for both those guys, regardless of anybody thinks. I don't know them like that personally, but I respect what they have done to get to where they are. But again, we got to stop trying to clean up these messes for the Raiders. The
Yeah,
Raiders
bro.
have put themselves in a bind. They put themselves in a jam, and every fan out there deserves to put as much criticism into the world as possible around this football team because they absolutely fucking suck. Nobody signed up for Pete Carroll to be the head coach, and this be the 32nd best team in football. That means I try to put best in there to make it sound good. The worst team in football.
Bro, you don't bring in a $60 million quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach and think that the basement isn't the middle of the league.
No,
You don't do that to be in the bottom of the league. You go hire a slappy that's fucking doing piecework at a Home Depot parking lot to be the worst in the league.
we were promised at least 500. What did Pete
Yo,
say? The king of 10 wins. The
yeah.
king. Like
So at this point, my biggest problem with the Raiders, and I've been saying this shit for the longest, is the people that cover this team.
Mhm.
Because they make this shit too safe. Thank you, sweetheart. They make this shit too safe for them. They don't hold this team accountable. They don't put the fire where it belongs inside that building every day. It's this safe little environment where everybody is trying to clean up fires and try to say, oh no, you're not looking. No, wait a minute. That's not a knife. Oh my God, it is a knife. I'm getting stabbed. What the fuck are you talking about?
But you know what,
we've been saying that what they've been doing has been dog shit all year. And then what people try to do is when you have people that are not establishment media like myself and Graphic, they try to put their little ashes out on us because they're a fucking, paid by the Raiders and they're getting, their little ham and egg budget given to them. Let me tell you something, man. I love this team.
Love it.
I love it.
That's the difference. And that is the difference, what you just
But that's the difference. I'm not getting paid by them. And I refuse to fucking tap dance. I refuse for y'all to sit up there and listen to me say that everything is okay. Listen, am I fair? Am I balanced?
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I am a pragmatic man.
Yeah.
But what you can't tell me is that Brennan Carroll is a good coach or was a good choice.
At all.
You can't tell me that Pete Carroll is not past his prime.
You can't.
You can't tell me that this offensive line is in dog shit and that you guys made a major mistake by taking that kid Jackson Powers Johnson and having him just be a good center as opposed to taking two guys who were fucking horrendous and putting them there telling me that you need to buy in and keep doing it.
You can't tell me that Geno Smith at this point is a franchise quarterback. You can't tell me that it's okay to not play Spy-Tech's draft class. You can't tell me that we can continue to do this thing all damn night. The thing is, there is so many problems surrounding this football team right now, and we're going to get into a few of them. Let's read these supers real quick. Buckster, my guy, man, on the $5 smackaroonie. We appreciate you, brother. Salute to Heat Check. Gino!
Stupid.
Heat Check, real ones know. I still have not uploaded that rant. I think I might have to go into my bag here. Salute to Heat Check, my dog. Daniel, I am not a one and done fan, but Pete's not it. This is facts. Facts, bro. Like, let me say this. And you guys know we were advocates for moving on from AP because of what it looked like last year.
Yeah.
If Pete gets another year after AP was working with dog water last year, wanted to locate a quarterback and was not allowed the luxury of doing so, then once again, you have to look at Mark Davis. You have to look at the top. It starts up there because, again, if Pete is afforded the luxury of another year after AP had to deal with the shit that he had to deal with last year, then we are absolutely in trouble. And that's why I am enjoying, as much as AP don't like me, I am enjoying listening to AP talk his shit. I love it because guess what? He deserves it. Because, again, he wanted to be here. They got rid of him. They got rid of Tom Telesco. They brought in Pete, and Pete has this shit looking worse. I'm almost positive that they're not going to match those 4 wins from last year. I'm almost positive. Like you look across that schedule, you guys. Where are you going to get one? Most of these teams, Texans fighting for a playoff spot. Eagles, fucking champs. The Giants maybe, but they're still fighting like crazy. Then you got AFC West teams, and bro, this is going to be a tough find to find 1 or 2 more wins.
Yeah,
we may lose out. We may lose out.
Listen, bro, it's going to be like Ponce de Leon trying to find the fountain of youth. We ain't finding too many more wins this season, bro. And look, at the end of the day,
Rudy's fucking stupid, bro.
Uncle Sour Socks is a hack. book it. Eat some turkey, my brother's nation. Listen,
Look to my brother Rudy, man.
yo, I'm trying to tell you something, man. Yo, Uncle Sal, what's up?
Oh man.
Yo, man. Yo, and look, man.
Did Hondo blocked you, right? Wasted.
Oh yeah, Hondo did block me, yo.
He blocked you, man. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know what.
I don't listen, Hondo. Listen, bro. Salute.
Never
to you.
had an argument with him. No, nothing. I don't know.
I don't, but bro, like, listen.
I know you don't care, but it's
Look, bro.
I hate it because that was my guy. I brought him to the table. We set that up, and next thing you know, you're blocked. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, it's probably because of the
Sour
the
socks.
jokes. But look, the thing with me is if you get on the screen with me and if we have a rapport, we joke around. I joke with everybody.
That's what we do.
But at the end of the day, Hondo does nothing for this platform of yours.
No.
Nothing. Actually, what he does is he cheapens the product and he makes us look bad by consorting with such a guy with no fucking, no integrity. Like, I don't like dealing with people with no integrity. You know what I'm saying?
Effect. I hear you.
Yeah. Look, listen, if you guys look at how we are, we deal with integrity. We deal with integrity. We're not perfect people. None of us are perfect. We fuck up. Players fuck up, right? But we admit it. Right. And the one thing is that I'm not going to do anything that's against my moral structure. I don't give a shit how much money you pay me. I can't have a guy that goes up there and sells bogus narratives every year, all year, and then you come and you try to fucking, click farm the shit out.
Yeah.
The F up out of here. Hondo, you can block me and your head looks like a pack of cigarettes.
Salute to CGR, gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships. My dog CGR, man. If you guys want to become members of Get Off My Lawn Gang and Green Dot Gang, hit the links. They're pinned up top. Salute to all the new members over there at Wasted Talent Army. We appreciate you guys so much. Salute the Knicks. Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. No way. What I heard, remember Family Guy? Happy Thanksgiving, Pilgrims. Do you remember no way this fan base can handle another year with Pete and Gino. They need to go. This is facts, my brother. Yeah. Salute the Knicks. I genuinely agree with you. I think there's no way possible that you can roll out some of the. Actually, this whole new coaching staff, it needs a whole new look. Outside of potentially our tight ends coach, our running backs coach, I think Leland was dealt a bad hand coming over. He's thinking, I got Genty in the mix. This is going to be great. And then you got Brendan Carroll on your way. So I think that we can keep our running backs coach, tight ends coach, Rob Leonard for sure. And other than that, I think you can move on from everything. Honestly, like you can just wipe that clean slate. Salute the Knicks. Salute to the Mokes. AOC would have waved high if you flipped him off on some flounder-ish. Salute to my guy, the Mokes, man. My dog, man. Appreciate you. You guys, make sure y'all wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. And also, pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. Salute to Hug. Gino walked on the field Sunday before any snaps were played with an attitude. Those mindsets never find answers and wins. He was cooked before kickoff. This is facts, Hug. And I also think that he's been around long enough to understand the talent that he's around, and he already knows what's at store, what's at stake, and what's going to happen. I think he already knows the ultimate result before they even get out there and roll. He has to practice with these guys every single week. I think he knows how bad this football team is, and also how bad some of those coaches have that he has on that coaching staff. Look, man, I think Geno Smith walked out to that game like people who walked out to fight Mike Tyson circa 1988. You stupid, bro. Just hey, look, y'all need to pull up a picture of Michael Spinks walking to the ring to fight Mike Tyson. That boy looks frightened. That man looked like he's seen a ghost before he even, that shit was crazy. Spiders. The abstract. Now I understand why Geno's own teammate popped him and broke his jaw while with the Jets. Yo, Crosby handled that for disrespecting the nation. Salute to abstract. You know what's funny? I guarantee you, knowing Max's mindset and knowing who he is, that he pulled him to the side behind the scenes and had a conversation with him. Like, yo, I know shit can get weird. I know shit can get wild because Max has heard a lot too. And I know that he has been flustered and frustrated by some of the shit that he has heard from this fan base as well, because some of you guys go on Twitter and Instagram and it's above and beyond football. I've seen people go on there and question Max's sobriety and do all kind of weird shit. It's like, bro, at that point, y'all are overstepping your boundaries. We are keeping everything football here, you guys. I've never said anything bad about Geno Smith as a man, a father, a husband, any of that. Whatever he got going on in his personal life. This is a football-based channel over here at OLV and Raider Nation Unlimited. We do not disrespect anybody in their personal space. As a man, we're talking about Geno, the football player. So
Yes,
if I
sir.
go to Twitter and say he's ass every Sunday after throwing a pick, hey, bro, you have every right to block me, because who am I?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're not gonna lose any sleep over me. But
Yeah.
again, it lets me know who you are. It lets me know that you actually care. There's always that one guy where he said, I don't give a fuck. It's whatever. I don't give a shit.
But I actually do.
And all they
Yo,
do, yeah,
bro,
they treat everything
it's like the dude whose girl breaks his heart and he just can't admit it. Man, I don't give a fuck.
I ain't tripping. I'm gonna go for me. No, yeah.
And then oh, you bitch.
Yeah. Hey, wait, can you take me to her house real quick? I just gotta make sure check on.
Yo, I left something over there, bro. I left my wave cap over there.
Yo, so what the heat check? I get having bad protection up front, but getting hit 11 times is unacceptable. How long is he holding the ball? And this is facts. There's plenty of different situations that go into
Amalgamation of bullshit.
Yes, yes.
That's all. But what I want you guys to understand. Don't allow.
Heat check never lied though. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with a bad O-line. This is facts.
Yes, he did. But Geno Smith is not fucking Joe Burrow.
No, at all.
And he's not throwing to T.Y. Hilton and Jamar Chase either.
Oh yeah.
So let's be for real.
But he take this, but that's facts though. He's not lying about seeing probably, to me, and I think me and Wasted both agree that he's the best quarterback in football when healthy. You know what I'm saying? But again, he checked. You ain't lying though. Salute to you on the $20.
I mean, not named Patrick Mahomes.
Joe Burrow's the best quarterback in football. Okay,
man, come on, stop that, bro.
You know, my Raider didn't want to allow me to go out. You know, go out the way.
Look, the reality tells you that man got a lot of fucking jewelry. you got to.
You know, he also has a Andy Reid at his disposal as well. But you know, it is what it is. Salute to Sammy. Should Pete get fired? Simply put, yes. Because again, what you guys? What do we hear? What do we hear all season long? What do we hear? Or no, off season was culture. We thought that all these problems were gone. Like, even if it was a bad product, right? We were thinking that this thing was cleaned up. It's not going to be all this drama. It started immediately when Pete Carroll got in the building. It started immediately with the Christian Wilkins thing, with the JPJ and Blase. There's so much that goes into this situation. I mean, bro, Look, y'all better send Max Crosby to the best team in football if you allow Jermaine Pratt to walk off to Indianapolis Colts, where you had like 20 tackles this past Sunday. He's playing like an all-pro right now. And you allow that man to walk for nothing. I thought, and I think, Wasey, you can agree with me here, that Pete was going to come in and clean up the nastiness, the dirt surrounding this franchise, all the nasty shit that comes with it. Pete is a winner. He's a winner. He's a proven winner. He's a culture builder. He loves his players. He's wrestling with them. He's doing all this goofy shit, calls them, and, you know, it's personal for him. I think that Pete got in the building and realized, holy shit, I've never seen nothing like this. And I don't think that anybody really understands how truly bad it can get until you become a fucking Raider. This is hell. This is football hell right now, bro.
Yeah, no. You know, like, I think that Pete Carroll, you know, from the word go, has lost his fastball when it comes to personnel decisions.
Oh, agreed.
He's let his personal feelings cloud his judgment.
Has never really been good at that, though.
Yo, and this is the thing, for the last 10 years, because he ain't been in Super Bowl in like about 10 years, right? Pete Carroll has been really painfully below average.
Yeah.
And this is the stuff that what I talk about, and I say this, and a lot of people don't remember, but you can go back because Wasted Ben told you. This is another example of the Raiders trying to recreate something that was once great and have a shittier version of it.
Yeah.
Oh, we had the Legion of Boom here, man. We're gonna have a Legion.
Hey, Wasted. Like, we haven't already had Gus Bradley as our defensive coordinator before.
You know? It's like, bro, and this is the
Dan Quinn, I understand too. I know Quinn was up there doing this thing with the whole Legion of Boom thing, but again,
yeah, but Gus Bradley did a damn good job with us, though. If we're being honest, right? Like he did a good job with a bad defense, right? That old Fitz post defense, but we complained about it.
Yeah.
But this is yet another. You know, we go out and go get the shitty version of the Patriots. We go get the shitty version of the John Gruden experience again. We're trying to recreate stuff instead of we're trying to take shortcuts to success. You don't get to take a shortcut, Mark. You don't get to just go out there and be like, I know he can coach, so I'm going to make a great decision and go get a guy that everybody says can coach. So now I'm not going to get criticized for it. Yeah. See, he's afraid to go out there and do what he did when he hired Dennis Allen. Yeah. Go out there and hire a young coach and let the chips fall where the fuck they may, and allow your GM to make the personnel decisions, because that is we always talk about the common thread. Everyone's like, oh, it's been bad for the last 20 years, right? Mark hasn't been the owner for 20 years, but since 2011, what's the common denominator? Somebody, and what's always
and the one year that worked was 2016 when McKenzie did his job and Del Rio did his.
Yep. And listen, when you go back beyond that, even when Al was alive,
yes,
the biggest problem with the Raiders is that you have people in places and spaces doing jobs that are not under their description. You got an owner that's trying to be the fucking defensive coordinator, calling up, going over the defensive game plan on Sunday night. He's the judge, jury, executioner, coach, owner, every fucking thing. Lawyer for the team, you know, the financial officer, everything. Like we're running some mom and pop fucking peanut stand in the 60s. Then Mark gets the team, and then he tries to jump the line and hire every fucking big name, big coach. That big game hunting shit is not good for the Raiders. That's the reason why when there's a big free agent, I cringe, because they always link them to us, and I don't want no more big free agents. Go get draft picks and draft your team.
Create those big free agents. Create those big time.
Yeah, because the Kansas City Chiefs, you look at their roster, like 92% of their roster are drafted. They drafted almost every one of them guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's enough of this shit.
Real quick, you want to handle this one? Let's get to the supers, you guys, and we're going to get to the actual show. We're almost an hour in, and we haven't talked about any of the topics yet.
I know. We've been
and again, we are on our soapbox, and we appreciate you guys. Do you have any thoughts on the Jim Gray rumors? Salute to our guy, David Walker.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on it. I think that, you know, I know that Amy Trask has a lot of she has a different kind of an insight than we do, because she was running the Raiders for like 30 years, right, with Al. And I'm sure she has some people in the building, but the one thing that Mark Davis did when he took that team over, job one was fire her. It's the first fucking thing he did. The second thing he did was anybody who was inherently super loyal to his pops and wasn't loyal to him, he ran them the fuck up out of there. I don't think that Amy has the motion. And I think that when you talk about the intent behind what some people do in the building, or, you know, what you're hearing, it's just second and third hand information she's getting. Yeah. She's not there every day. So, and it's not me, you know, disrespecting the Princess of Darkness.
No, we love her, but from the outside looking in, it's different than being actually inside the building and seeing things for what it is.
Yeah, and I think that too much is made of a guy who is a fucking, you know, a pundit on NBC, and kind of, you know, Dick rode his way into having a stake in a team with Tom Brady, having an actual say in the building. And Mark Davis is letting that fucking guy influence him, bro. He deserves everything he gets.
I agree. Salute to Jeff. I definitely agree with you, my brother. I think the game is past Pete Carroll. I do as well. Salute to you, man. Salute to Hug. My dog, Graf, you a trendsetter, bro. The article I sent you, the writer wrote, but wait, there's more. You know what's funny, man? There was several articles that were put out about this whole Hug thing. And they had our interview that we did the other day. I want to say salute to, you know, all the websites that picked it up. Of course, that kind of stuff is going to garner clicks and shit like that. But I find that absolutely hilarious, bro. That shit's actually funny. Salute to everybody in the building. I'm just catching up in the chat, you guys. The chat is flying tonight. So to Kenny, what's up, fellas? We're definitely going top 3 in the draft. Jets, Saints, and Tennessee. Saints still have to Tennessee Saints still have to play. This is facts. And guess what? If you lose out, we're in a very, very good situation. We're in a very good situation to go get the best player available. And there's a lot that we can do. And even again, I said, look, even if you don't go get George Pickens, because I know Wasted doesn't want Pickens, who was a true number 1 wide receiver. But guess what? You could draft one. Hey, Wasted, if you just go get Braden Smith and Tyler Linderbaum in free agency, you pay him a massive amount of money. Just those are your 2 big fish in free agency. You literally have your center and your right tackle, because Braden's only 29 years old, still young. You have 2 guys opposite of Colton and JPJ, your offensive line is fixed. You push Glaze in the right guard, and you're set with Caleb and Charles Grant and company still kind of waiting in the wings. Bro, your O-line is fixed in free agency.
Bro, and that's my problem with the thinking of going out and getting George Pickens.
So to Kenny, my guy.
You got problems in the middle on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
You got problems. You have problems up front. And where does football begin? It begins up front.
All of it.
You're not.
Mike said that when he got the job.
Bro, and this is my problem. Raider fans, we like big game hunting, right? But what we like doing is we like going out and buying a PS5 before we go buy a bed.
Or buy the PS5 when the PS18 is already out.
Yeah. So it's, listen, man.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Listen. We
Javon Walkers of the world.
Yeah, man. I mean, we go out and instead of buying the Xbox One, we buy the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And then we look for new games to be made, and they're never going to be made ever again. And it's just, bro, you cannot skip steps to get back to respectability. You can't just tank to get back to respectability. No. You can't just go and throw free agent money indiscriminately at big name players that don't fit. You can't not have an idea unilaterally of what a Raider looks like. Like, what the whole Chip Kelly thing shows me? It shows me that everybody has their own idea of what a real Raider looks like.
Yeah.
The difference is this. When we used to watch this team back in the day,
I got something to say after that.
Al Davis had a real idea of what a Raider looked like, and everybody in the building had to fall underneath that.
How do we know what a real Raider looks like though anymore, Wasted? When everybody gets a chance to be a Raider. You get a Raider, you be a Raider, you be a Raider, you be a Raider.
Right.
Like, how do we know what it looks like anymore? Like, the Raiders organization, when you think of that's what it means to be Raider, you think of the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that only had a couple handful of head coaches. They always keep guys around, they develop them, they do what they're supposed to do, right? Like, that's how you do it. You develop your own talent, you hit free agency, you pick up guys here and there that fit, that may not work. If they don't work, you move on from them, so on and so forth. How do we know what a Raider looks like anymore when Josh McDaniels has been a Raider? When Gruden gets a second shot, hopefully not a third. When all these guys, everybody gets a chance to, what the fuck does it even mean?
I mean, even the fucking people who come and perform for the Raiders before the damn show.
Bro, Little John, both thugs.
On everybody. They put Raider jerseys on guys who are like card-carrying members of other teams' fan base.
Yes. Like, what does it mean anymore?
Just let them come here and perform. You don't got to throw a fucking Raider jersey on Lil Jon, who's clearly an Atlanta Falcon fan, bro. It's crazy. Bro, look, this is a problem. And you know why the Pittsburgh Steelers have a common denominator for the last 50 years and beyond? Because a Rooney has been running that organization from the word go, whether it was Art Rooney Sr., and then it was Dan Rooney, who has since passed on, the older brother, and Art Rooney Jr. is still in the building. He is a personnel guy. He's a football guy, and he made his bones growing up under his father being a personnel guy in that building. And that's the reason why there's a common denominator there. It's the reason why they don't fire coaches that fast. That's the reason why they go out and they go draft guys like Darnell Washington.
Yes.
It's a 311-pound tight end. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's the same shit the Steelers have always done. Because
we can use one of those
right now.
We can use one of those right now. We can use a sixth O lineman right now.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
A sixth O lineman that can catch.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Little Lee Smith action.
Look, oh my God, the blocking GOAT at the tight end position. So to OG, what about next draft class? If Pete stays, how are those rookies going to be hyped to come to us knowing Pete will play? Let me tell you something, OG. And I'll read the rest of this super real quick, but I want to tell you this. There's no way that Pete Carroll's the head coach next year. There's no way. With everything that's going on right now, this is worse than AP shit. This is worse than a Josh McDaniel shit. Because there was actually expectations because of Pete's resume. This is over. This marriage, I think they're going to try to find a way to just get through it. And it makes it easier because he's probably going to refuse to fire his sons, which makes sense. It's like, yo, I'm not getting rid of my kids. Well, guess what? Mark, you do the honors. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of all of them. Or Spytech, get rid of all of them. Whatever it is. But I don't think we have to worry, my brother, about Pete Carroll coming back. If I'm a betting man, and I can't put my life on it, but I'm just going to say, I can damn near say for sure, for certainty, that Pete is gone. He's gone.
So look, I hate that you painted yourself in the corner like that.
I don't care. He's gone.
I hate that because you've been a Raider fan a long time, and you know the only thing with the Raiders that's for sure is what? What does Sting always say? Nothing's for sure. You fucking know it. Don't do that to yourself, bro.
No. You know why? This is a different situation. You have to realize that there's an out with our starting quarterback. That starting quarterback is tied to our head coach, Brendan Carroll. His son, what is he? Quality coach, whatever the hell he is, too. There's two of them. There's two of them shits. Like, they're both tied to this football team. Pete is very much so entrenched in this football. He has a lot of baggage that comes with this. And Pete and Spytek and company's gonna say, well, we don't want Geno. Well, Pete's gonna be like, well, what's the plan then? You know, well, we don't want Brendan Carroll because he is terrible at his job. Well, that's not going to be okay with me. There's so many different intangibles. There's no way, bro. If Spytek keeps Pete and allows Geno to have another year and keeps Brendan Carroll in the building, Spytek needs to go. Brady needs to go. All these motherfuckers need to go. Sorry, it is what it is. And I'm a Spytek guy. But yeah, bro,
I'm a Spytek guy too. But bro, listen, man. Let me tell you something. What happens if they say, hey, Pete, it's either you or your son. He said, hey, Brendan, I'm 75 years old. I'll never get another job. See ya. Then what?
He's not going to do that.
How the fuck do you know? He's going
to say, I'm 75. I don't need another motherfucking job. You do.
Maybe he does. Maybe he's like, oh, I gotta get this 75 off of me. I gotta get this. I gotta wash the stench off of me because I'm never gonna get in the Hall of Fame. Maybe that's more important to him.
I actually like my wife and love my wife. At 75, I just want to be at home laying up on her and not doing shit. And because I ain't nothing I can do with her like that. 75, but I just want to stay at home and just that's it.
How do you know, man?
I mean, hey, man, they don't call it Sacramento for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Listen, man, you guys to be rolling around like two Sharpays.
Yo, salute to Rudy, man. Rudy ain't playing today. Rudy is not playing today. He check. Let's call it like it is. Knowing everything we know now, Jermaine Pratt probably was calling all these dudes out, guaranteed.
No, that's exactly. We got word. That's exactly what was happening.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. It actually multiple people said that shit.
Yeah.
Games and at practices, and they kicked him to the curb. Well, they didn't kick him to the curb. I think he said, "Get me the fuck out of here," and they obliged. Because again, guess what happens here, you guys? Spytek has a linebacker, his guy, handpicked, Devin White. Jamal Adams, a guy that was handpicked by Pete Carroll. So okay, cool. I'm gonna get my guy Jamal more snaps. It is what it is. They happily obliged and let him go, and now he'll end up probably winning a playoff game or two out there in Indianapolis. So it is what it is. But I agree with you. He checked. It's nasty work when you just watch this. You just lost a Pro Bowl defensive tackle. I don't know what the hell. Well, let me say it.
We know what the hell happened.
We know what the hell happened. But you will leave that alone. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to Primos. Build your own identity. Salute to my guy Primos, my dog. Always coming through and blessing the chat. Appreciate you, brother. This is facts. Facts, man. We have to figure it out because, again, that old identity is gone. It's gone. What do y'all think about Cliff Kingsbury as the next head coach with the rookie quarterback? I don't either. I don't either. To be honest, Jimbo, I think that him kind of, walking out on the Raiders because of a third year on the contract, which was not the case at all. I was told by several people that, again, he was not okay with the whole quarterback situation, what that was about to take place. And imagine if Cliff Kingsbury took that OC job, he'd be on the streets with Tom Telesco and AP right now.
Yeah, so,
right?
So who's a smart guy?
Smart man. He's seen the future. But again, I think that relationship is cooked. It's over. And
I don't think Cliff Kingsbury is that good of a coach.
I agree with you as well.
That air raid offense, once you figure it out, it doesn't really work that great in the NFL. It has a 1-year shelf life.
Yeah. This is Mike White levels of trash. Pete is worst. Salute to Rick Simmons on the $2 smackaroo. Let's get to this real quick, you guys. So I don't know if you've seen this, Wasted, but Josina Anderson put out an interesting tweet. I believe it was yesterday. Okay. We know what's going on in North Carolina right now with Bill Belichick and company. It's a forced marriage out there. It's not working. Honestly, it looks really bad out there. You know, I know those coordinators right now are kind of looking at other jobs elsewhere. And, you know, Bill doesn't want to go down with that ship. Again, he can rest his mind knowing that he's probably, if not the greatest, one of the greatest head coaches of all time. But a tweet came out that was interesting. This is what she said. I'm told at least 2 NFL teams are still expected to have interest in talking to Bill Belichick behind the scenes, at the very least, about head coaching jobs this carousel season, per a league source. So for those who can't read between the lines there, it's not only, I think, in terms of hiring him as a head coach, but maybe using him as a tool to hire a head coach. Did you interpret it like that, Wasted?
Yeah, like almost being a consultant.
Yes, a consultant, right? A third team could also enter the mix with desires to talk, particularly if one specific personnel change is made under ownership, the source added. I'm assuming that's maybe Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin, a guy that's been around for a while. They haven't won in a minute, or Harbaugh out there in Baltimore. Third team in the mix who desire, particularly if a specific personnel change under ownership, it could be Harbaugh.
It's Baltimore because Bill Belichick essentially coached the Baltimore Ravens. He coached the Browns before they moved, and there's so many people from that he wiped their nose that's still in that building. Ozzie Newsome is gone, but all of those underlings were there when Bill was there. So it is Baltimore.
Yeah. There you have it. Side note, there's more to the story of why Belichick did not end up head coaching another NFL team a couple seasons ago, with his own desires and preferences regarding workplace dynamics playing more into a part of it. And then I think that this has been discussed, publicly known, or given real credence. At any rate, Belichick still has deep respect from a number of owners across the league, and that is what matters. So I want to ask you this, going off of this tweet, do you think that Tom Brady would double back and try to fix whatever happened out there? We know that there was a Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, the owner, Kraft. There was a you know, they were all fighting out there about what was next out there in New England. It seemed like the owner, Kraft and Tom, was more on the same page. But then again, Bill was stuck in his ways. Tom left, won a championship in Tampa Bay, so on and so forth. I said this to you earlier on the phone. Do you think that Brady would bring him into Vegas, not only because maybe he believes in him, but again, like, I'm the owner here now. I'm the boss. I am the guy now that is in charge of Bill Belichick. It could be an ego thing because, again, football is football. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the rumors are coming out now that he was the one that brought in Chip Kelly and that he's pissed off right now, not only about the offense, but about the defense as well, and that Tom does not like the product that's out there right now in Vegas, which nobody does if you're a Raider fan, right? But what do you think about this report? And do you think that Mark and company are really, truly, and once again, they never mention the Raiders, but it's easy to think, here we go again, big name guy, Tom Brady, the Patriot way. Do you think the Raiders will make that move?
I mean, if they wanted to get younger a head coach, maybe.
Yo, hold on. Don DeMarco. Oh, shit. That was a bar. That was you know what? Hey, just end it right there on that note.
But no, man. Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
You want to talk about a competitor? Tom Brady's a petty, competitive motherfucker. And all of those years when Bill Belichick was saying that he can win with 9 other quarterbacks and all that other shit.
Yeah.
And Brady stuck it up his ass and went and won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
He's going to continue to stick it up his ass. Pause. By being.
I'm not even going to pause you because you just had the haymaker of the year. So just go have fun, brother. Just talk your talk.
But Tom Brady's not going to do anything to help Bill Belichick out ever again. Ever. It's no reason. It doesn't make any football logical sense, especially having that fucking see you next Tuesday he has working in his organization over there with North Carolina. They're not gonna That's not gonna happen, bro. And then, Bill Belichick got to be careful because Mark might take his bitch. Lucky might take your bitch. hey, what Sugar Free say?
Lucky might.
What Sugar Free say? Hey, Bill, watch your bitch.
Yo, I want to show y'all something. I know a lot of people been on my case lately. I'm having fun. In the off season, right? Like we usually start doing skits and shit when shit get bad, when shit get like really spicy, and it's just like, yo, I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't know what else y'all want from me at this point. Like, I can't come over here and tell you guys, go Raiders come Sunday against the Chargers, right? So I've been in my bag. But did you get a chance to see Geno Smith actually apologize to Hug?
No, I didn't, Graf.
Yeah, look, man.
About that little salute I gave you earlier. Super sorry, man. Total misunderstanding. I was calling audibles. Won't happen again, promise.
So there you go, Hug. It was an audible. It was an audible. It was an audible.
Bro, you know what's dope? That you got hair in this video.
Oh, bro, I made sure to actually type that in. Yeah. Yeah, they gave me a cold, nice little taper on the side.
Yeah, man, they gave you little skin fade.
Yeah, fresh, man. They got me out here looking like
look like you about to go make a chopped cheese for somebody.
I'm out here looking like Steph Curry.
He said, I've
been in my AI bag, you guys. Look, I've been uploading them on my shorts on YouTube because I just look, dog. I'm hurting as a Raider fan right now. We're sitting here actually talking about potentially Bill Belichick becoming the Raiders head coach in 2026. Again, and mind you, she did not put it out there that the Raiders were one of those teams. But again, you just never really, truly know with this franchise, bro. So I don't know. But I'll say this. We talked about the Geno apology. Whether it was real or not, I think me and Wasey could both agree. We don't give a fuck. I think it was a political answer that needed to be said to try and clean up whatever little bit of mess that they put out there. It is what it is. And we're moving on. And regardless if people want AOC or Cam Miller or Kenny Pickett to be the next guy, it's not going to happen, you guys. Geno will be here until Pete is gone. And that's another reason why I believe that Pete Carroll will not be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders in 2026.
But look, man, I mean, I don't understand why people aren't into the reality of the situation. We always talk about what we want. It was always a forced apology. Guess what? If somebody, listen, and Hug These is my guy.
Yeah.
Love the guy. But anybody who motherfucks me, it's fuck you too. And I don't apologize for it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think Geno Smith is? He's a human being. Hug D said, you suck. Fuck you. And he gave him the finger. And Geno Smith gave it right back to him. He gave him the 1 finger, 2 finger victory salute right back to him. He said,
but let me say this as well. More reports are coming out, you guys. We'll get off the whole Geno thing, but more reports are coming out from like Jeremy Fowler at ESPN. And there's a lot of other guys that are coming out with these reports through the national media that there is real buzz right now, you guys, surrounding Pete Carroll being a one and done in Las Vegas. So, I mean, after you fire your OC and Chip Kelly, after you made him the highest paid OC, you get rid of Tom McMahon after bringing him back, in the offseason, being 2-9. Jeremy Fowler said it, and Diana Rossini said it as well. She put it out there that minority owner Tom Brady, big advocate of hiring Kelly, that he's pissed off about what's going on right now. So there's real rumors and real talk right now about, and why wouldn't there be? Like, you're 2-9. You're the worst team in football. Mm-hmm. If you were 4 in whatever, let's just say you're 4 in fucking 5 or 4 in 7, whatever it is, 4 and 7, whatever it is right now, it'd be a little easier to say, okay, cool. Like, we won a couple games. We're still kind of on the trajectory of where we thought we would be in that 7 to 10 space. Cool. There's no way to even look at what a lot of us assume this team would look like right now. So again, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of rumblings, a lot of innuendo out there that the Raiders may move on from Pete Carroll. And I, for one, believe in all of it. I think that all this smoke is definitely worth keeping an eye on. And I think that very, very soon, Pete Carroll, come January, Wasted. We're gonna write this down. Put a pin in this one. Those first 2 weeks in January. Okay.
The book of Graph and Wasted.
Let's go. Yes. We're gonna have a breaking news Graph and Wasted show.
Hold on.
In the middle of January.
I have the gold pen.
Okay.
The pen of Graph and Wasted.
My birthday is January 15th. I have a feeling it's going to happen between the 15th and the 22nd.
January 15th
and the 22nd.
And the 22nd.
January 2026. I think you move on from him. You got give you some time to find a new head coach and all that other good stuff, and he is hooked. So there you have it.
The book of Graph and Wasted.
Salute to Laced. If we lose out and go 2-15, would you guys be willing to trade back and get a first for 2027? Are you guys sold on Simpson or Mendoza? I'm a big fan of Ty Simpson. I like everything that comes with Mendoza, the measurables, the arm, he can make every throw. But again, I like Ty. I think that's my favorite quarterback in this class, at least the ones that are going to come out. I don't know if Dante Oregon is going to come out. I don't know if Sellers is going to come out, but how you feel about that, Wasted?
So I'm eating. I like Fernando Mendoza better, but I'm not high on any of these guys. None of these. I think you're going to have people like Jaden Maivia or Nico or one of these other guys that are also a star that nobody's going to see coming. I think there's been a lot of parity in college football over the last few years.
Definitely.
I think it's really, really hard to really put your finger on who's going to do what at the next level, because a lot of that shit is subjective. Like most of these young kids now, they playing pro style offenses, right? Because in college football, like the college game and the pro game are kind of similar. The only difference is the hash marks and the spacing and things like that. But for the most part, they're running up most of the same concepts.
Yeah.
You have to look at the strength of who they beat, who they're playing against, how much talent they have around them. But that's the reason why, if I were to give anyone the nod, it would be Mendoza, because he's at Indiana and he has them in the national title picture. Ty Simpson's at Alabama, who is always a strongly recruited football team. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's none other, none better, none greater, right? So that's one of the biggest reasons why I give it to Mendoza, because of the measurables, the arm talent.
Did you watch him a ton at Cal?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now that that's why I like the prospect. I don't love the prospect.
Yeah, because
he can process, bro. His process, like the way he processes shit on the football field with what 9 or 10 starts up to this point. I know a lot of people are gonna cringe about, oh my God, he only played this amount of games. I see something in Ty Simpson. I'm not saying I'm right. I could be totally wrong, you guys.
I like Ty Simpson too. He has a lot of moxie, his athleticism. I love how he creates an off-scripted plays.
Yes.
See, it's very, very similar to, not as well, but like Caleb Williams.
Okay.
The thing about Ty Simpson that I don't know is how he's going to do playing within a structured kind of an offense. If he gets a dictator of a play caller who doesn't allow him to improvise, because a lot of the magic in Ty Simpson is the stuff he does once the play breaks down. You know what I mean? So when I judge a quarterback in college, I want to know that kid can really just go through and just run an offense.
Yeah.
That's the foundation of how I judge a quarterback, and then we go from there, right? Then you have guys that have a lot of talent, guys like Drew Aller that I talk about. They got the arm talent, the size, the measurables, but has not been able to really put it all together. So you got those kind of guys too. Coming off of a nasty injury. So you got those kind of guys too, right? But if you talk about the safest pick, it's Fernando Mendoza.
Okay.
He's the safest pick because he has the arm strength. It's not super elite, but it's high in arm talent. He's 6'4", 6'5", big kid. He can move. He processes very well. He has moxie. And the one thing about that kid is that unless he's some kind of deviant, you know that guy is a fucking dork. He ain't getting in no trouble in Las Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. It's like DC 2.0, and I love it. Like that's cool. That's cool. Salute to Pace. Since Chip was messing up his own plays and calling plays that weren't in his playbook, It seems like he created a whole new playbook that he didn't even familiarize himself with or study. I mean, well, that's what happens when, your quarterback is leading the league in picks and you have to take the deep ball away from him, which is his biggest asset to his toolbox, right? Was he's going to come in, he's the best deep ball thrower in football. And then you have to switch things up. Again, you have to game plan now. Brock's not in the lineup. The O-line is consistently getting worse. You lose Colton Miller. You lose JPJ. Look, I feel for Chip Kelly. Honestly, the only reason I don't feel bad for him, Pace, is because he got a shit ton of money. So it's like, it is what it is. Like, he'll be fine. He'll go back to college and find a job immediately.
That guy got money like a sheik in Dubai. He's fucking loaded. He'll be all right.
There you go. D-Rich, I think the TV stuff is fake. That's Peter's guy. They have history in a friendship outside of football. Peter went to Charles' house to interview him. Salute to guy, my guy, D-Rich. Yo, they don't know about that default picture right there. They don't know about the Dodger hat and honey.
Yeah, nah, they don't know nothing about
that. That is goated.
D-Rich don't, he don't understand.
You are a deviant, D-Rich. D-Rich, I don't know who you think you are, bro.
You know why D-Rich got that picture? Because of the whole Biff Malibu stuff with me. And then somebody changed their picture to somebody who was not Biff Malibu, but he is in that business. And people started doing that after the Biff Malibu thing.
She cooked that man's boots twice, literally.
Yeah, man. That boy was running away from her.
Salute to Honey, aka Superhead. Salute to Heat Check. Let's go get Joseph Burrow. He'll be back tomorrow. Facing the Baltimore Ravens Thanksgiving. But again, what does that look like? He's been injured. Look, I would love to have Joe Burrow. I've had dreams, you guys, of him being the Raiders quarterback. Like, I think that he would be phenomenal. But again, dealt with some injuries. And what does that cost? Cincinnati, he's an Ohio boy. Like, they would never hear the end of it.
Mike Brown ain't letting Joe Shiesty go. He paid him already, too. You know how Mike Brown is, but I want him to honor his contract.
That's going to cost you one. And
Shiesty knee cooked, man. We cool.
Yeah, all kind of shit. Hughes, you think Pete is getting fired? Yes, Joe. Josh, run the show back, and you'll definitely get a better idea of how we feel about this, my brother. Salute to you, but yes, I think we definitely are in agreement.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Yes.
Graphic Raider has made a proclamation.
January 15th.
January 15th
and
or 22nd, 2026. The firing of Pete Carroll will commence.
There you go. Salute to the almost 1,100 people rocking with us. Get those likes up, you guys. Pay your bar tabs, wipe them feet, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. Once again, get a couple more questions and you guys, we're going to get out of here. I got to deal with some family stuff and we got to get Thanksgiving rolling. I know Wasted got the family in town. I know little one just pulled back up from school, which is so dope. So couple more questions before we get out of here.
Bum. She just left. I hear my car pulling out the driveway, and so I'm gonna hang out with her friends. Bum.
Salute the Heat. What if the Ravens give up on Lamar? They won't. They paid him, and aren't they looking to pay him again? Wasn't there talk?
Nobody, Doug. I don't want nobody else's quarterback no more, bro.
Get your own.
Doug, I don't want somebody that won MVP somewhere else. Because they're not going to win one here if they come here. We need to draft a kid and build around him. Enough of this shit.
Agreed. Salute to Unk in the building as well, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. Unk, Violators in the building. Salute Graphic and Wasted. Wishing you a happy Turkey Day. You and your beautiful wife as well and your beautiful family, brother.
Yes.
Salute to the Violator.
100,000%, man. One of the most solid men on the planet, bro.
Yes, man. Yes. Other than that, man, what you got for us on the way out, brother?
Nothing, bro. Listen, y'all, listen. It'll get better. It's going to get better. We got to believe that, right? Will it? Yo, I don't know. But look, as far as all of this nonsense around Raider Nation, yo, place the blame where it belongs and just move on, yo. But like looking to put all of the failures of this season on Geno Smith and on one person. It's not just one person. This is just a poorly constructed concept. And the chickens have come home to roost. And that's the long and the short of it, y'all. It is what it is.
There you have it. I'll be live either Friday or Saturday, you guys. We're doing a Raiders Chargers preview.
Me too.
Wasted will be live doing the same thing. Wasted will be back Sunday doing his recap show and potentially his intro show as well, doing fantasy and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that as well. And then me and Hammer will be covering the game like we always do, to play-by-play. You know what I mean? So we're going to end the month out on a strong note, regardless if the Raiders show up or not. That's the new saying over here at Shieldmore, you guys. Whether the Raiders show up or not, we will always be here. So other than that, man, love and appreciate you all. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, you guys.
Yes,
be
sir.
safe. Enjoy your time with your family. Again, man, rest in paradise to Grammy, man. We lost our grandmother today on her birthday, bro. It was her birthday today. She passed away on her birthday. So you guys enjoy your family. You never know when shit can happen. All I can say is, man, just enjoy it. Love every single one of you guys. On the way out, make sure you guys wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button. Waste, I know we're going to talk, but I love you, bro. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, my brother. Send our love to the family and all that good stuff. You already know what it is. Tell Niecy, if anything ever happens at school, I got gangsters on deck. I've told you this before, where she is going to school. Shit is real. Shit is raw. Shit is authentic, in the words of the great Arsenal. Salute to everybody here in the building. Love. We are out.